Well, welcome to Guadalupe River State Park. Specifically, this is the Bauer unit, which is kind of a off the beaten track kind of backside. You have to drive about 20 minutes away from the main gate, maybe a little bit longer. But it has spectacular hiking. Takes you real close down to the river. So this is all the Bauer unit back here. And then this is the main park. Here's your main entrance off of Highway 46. Kind of between Bergheim and Bulverde. But it's a great area, lots of little trails. But yeah, only 3 cars in the parking lot, so it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people here today. It is pretty cold, even though the weather's beautiful. So yeah, start off on a maintained road. This all used to be a ranch that was donated to the state for the use of this, but yeah, you can walk on that if you want, or you can bypass it. Like a lot of state parks, you can actually hunt here. They open it up for whitetail season and stuff like that. It's by draw. But yeah, we're actually in a lane right now. At the end of this lane, there used to be a deer blind, and then there's another one about a mile up that theoretically, if you won the draw and had a valid license and everything, come and hunt whitetail here. I've never seen one here that I would think would be worth going out of your trouble for, but I guess if you don't have access to any private land or better public land draws, then it's a way to put meat on the table. You know, there's definitely worse ways to do it. Poaching, mainly, that would be a worse way. That would be one of the deer blinds for the drawn hunts. You get a pretty good field of view. So this whole time we've been on the Bamberger Trail, and it's about to split. You can continue straight. It goes past a old ranch house, and you go left. This is that newer trail I was pointing out. They did a real good job cutting it in. And this is the Curry Creek Overloop Trail. So we're gonna take that. It's beautiful. It is a little craggy. It has a lot of, and when I say craggy, I mean it's got jagged rocks in the trail. Right now it's just sand, as you can see, dirt, soil, whatever you want to call it. But it gets rocky later on. It goes into a little gorge and very kind of vertical rocks is a good way to put it. Like that, but just a ton more. So it's very pretty though. Shout out Boy Scout Troop 1776 walking by. I didn't think they'd want to be on camera, but a bunch of nice kids that going on a little weekend hike down to the river. So. Oh, it's nice. Nice day. So I figured while we're going through this kind of cedar tunnel that we're in right now, there's three parts to the Guadalupe River State Park. There's the main park, of course, Guadalupe River State Park. There's where I am now, which is the Bauer unit, and then there is Honey Creek State Natural Area. I haven't been there. It's not really considered part of the main park, I don't think. I know on state park maps it's got its own pin and its own website in the Texas State Park system, but the Bauer unit is part of Guadalupe River State Park, and you can't get here from the main gate. If you've ever been to the main part of Guadalupe River State Park, you know that there's a large river cliff wall that kind of, it's on the other side of the river from where everybody hangs out at, fishes at, tubes. Not easily scalable, and up here a little bit on the trail I'll actually show you the reverse of that. But like I said earlier, to get to this part of the trail, or this part of the park, you have to drive quite a ways away. Because of that, just not many people know it's here. I know people that have been coming here for years to the main part of the park had no idea this was back here. And I don't know if the rangers want it that way or if it's just so far out of the way that no one cares to come check it out. But for my money, if you could camp on this side, I don't think I'd ever go to the main side. There's way better river access on this side. Not as easy to get to, but there's more river. There's a big loop, which I believe I showed you on the map at the beginning, but there's a big loop that shows, it's, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a mile worth of river. You could fish there, you could camp there. It's a beautiful river too. Very gentle, wide. All right, that's the end of the Curry Creek overlook. The golden-cheeked warbler is next. And that's pretty much the main way to get back to the car. interested to see if anybody's even at the water today for any reason. I gotta doubt it, but I do hear some movement coming from that direction. Could just easily be rangers cleaning out trash cans or whatever. Well, yeah, on the golden cheek warbler, there's a little cut down here. And this takes you to the cliff overlook. You can see the Guadalupe River proper and some of where in the summer it would be absolutely crowded with tourists, campers, birthday people. Huh? There's some folks over there walking their dog. Yeah, great place to camp. This is the first place we took my daughter camping. Yeah, beautiful water. Very clear today. We'll keep going. We get a lot closer to the water later on. I don't know if I'll actually go down to the water today, as muddy as it is. I might just do the loop trail at the bottom, but my favorite part of this park is the transition from the Golden Cheek Warbler Trail to the loop at the bottom. Can't remember what that loop's called, but it's a big coastal field that's surrounded like a peninsula by the Guadalupe. And there's a bunch of real old growth trees that you walk through to get to that section. It's beautiful. Another deer blind. Now this is my absolute favorite part of this park. It's got nothing to do with the water or fields or anything. It's just like walking into a Tolkien fantasy I'm 6'1", for reference. It's that's a big tree. Unfortunate, but it's been like that for years. It's been down a long time. The size of those rocks and that root ball, it's crazy. Yeah, there's beautiful, beautiful trees back here. Oh, there's an armadillo. Well, it doesn't get more Texans than that, does it? Oh. Yeah, in the interest of time, I'm gonna have to turn around, but go to the end of this. That's a big tree. Yeah, so past this, there's a loop, goes down to the water. Beautiful, beautiful little area, but we'll come back. We will definitely come back. I've been here so many times, I couldn't possibly even try to count it. It's been a while though. It has been a long time since I've been here. Maybe a year or so. Notice some of these limbs that are down definitely weren't down last time. But that's what happens to big trees, I guess. Armadillo buddies still under there. Can hear him moving, but I'll leave him alone. He's chilling. Shout out Boy Scout Troop 1776 again. Bunch of good kids. I think, I don't know, they could be serial killers for all I know. They seemed nice when they were walking past me, so. I guess most serial killers do if they're not actively killing you, though. That's kind of their whole thing, right? Is that they're like high functioning psychos or whatever. So I guess this is a good time, kind of walking back towards the car. I guess this is a good time to kind of introduce myself. So I've been hiking state parks in Texas for about 10 years now. Started as a form of exercise. When I started, I was over 300 pounds. I was playing a lot of video games, sitting at home with my wife, things like, just being lazy generally. And for me, that's not how I grew up. My parents were very outdoorsy. Mom had a lot of horses. Dad was always playing sports, softball, football. They weren't big hikers or campers, but just generally we were outdoors a lot when I was a kid. And there's a little trail area outside of Bernie called Joshua Springs. And yeah, I would go there as a form of exercise or just a way to get outside, and just really started enjoying hiking. And then I started coming here to the Bauer unit. Of course, I grew up not far away from here, so I had spent a lot of time growing up at Guadalupe River State Park. Never even knew the Bauer unit existed. And I think my mother-in-law told me about it. I don't remember who. Someone had asked me if I had been here to hike, and I didn't know anything about it. Came and checked it out and fell in love. I love this place. It's not the best trails. They're not the most groomed. They're, I wouldn't say the most scenic, but I love it. It's very accessible, usually not very crowded. Yeah, so I forgot how steep this is. It's not Guadalupe Peak or one of those, but it's pretty steep. So just walking back to the car, I thought I'd go over a couple of things that I use when I hike. My backpack's a Gregory. I used to use Low Alpine. I love their bags. I still use their camera bags, Low Pro. But the Low Alpine, they got sold off to another company, and I haven't tried them since then. They still retain the Low Alpine branding, I think. I don't know, you can check. But yeah, I don't know. They haven't changed or innovated anything with their bags in a long time. I've had this Gregory for, man, I don't know, 7, 8 years. It's got hundreds of miles on it. I always carry water. I always carry a first aid kit. And the first aid kit I don't carry for myself. First aid kits are one of those things where if you need something in a first aid kit, it's probably not bad enough to need immediate attention. But I keep an EpiPen in mine. Not for me. I don't know if I have any allergies that are severe enough to need an EpiPen, but like my mom hikes with me from time to time, and if she gets stung by a scorpion, she needs one. And then just, you know, random Joe Schmoes walking, if someone needs a EpiPen because they got stung by a bee or a wasp, you know, I would hate to have the ability, but not the equipment to help. So, is it over the top? Yeah, probably, but if it works one time in my life, if it works to save someone's life, then it's worth all the times I've not needed it. Typically carry my water in a smart water bottle. Longer hikes I'll carry 2, and then, you know, some kind of bladder. I have a knock 2-liter bladder that I'll carry extra water in. Also, it just kind of adds a buffer between harder stuff in the backpack and your back. Makes it a little more comfortable to carry. Shoes, always Merrell Moab 2. The low top. Not a fan of the high top hiking boots. I have pretty strong ankles, so the ankle support's not something that I look for. But these are extremely comfortable. Again, these have hundreds of miles on them. It's probably time to switch them up. They're two-tone from deer blood. The toes are stained a different color from butchering a deer in them a couple of years ago, but I waited too long to try hydrogen peroxide, clean that out, and it had already set, so it doesn't matter. They're hiking boots, not dress shoes. My camera's a DJI Osmo Action 6. This is actually the first time I'm really using it. So forgive me if I'm terrible. But this is something that I've been thinking about doing for a while. I love all of our state parks, especially this one. This park's very special to me. So I want to be able to share that with people that are maybe out of the state, out of the country. People that have moved from Texas. I don't know why you would, but people that have moved from Texas and want to taste of home. Coming up to a trail board. Okay, I know we're gonna go this way, but the little blue stream stem. This is what I was talking about. So we came all the way down to here. And we were about right here when we decided to turn around. Again, just for time's sake, we're running low. We're here right now, and I've got to get back to here. The quickest way is going to be through here, so that's a couple of miles, but a little over a mile, I think. We'll make it with time to spare. And once you know it, we got another. Oh, he's a lot more skittish than that last one. I don't think I've ever seen an armadillo out here, and then we come out here and see two in one day. You can see hogs, anything, man. Whitetail, like I said earlier. Yeah. Oh, the Central Texas wildlife out here. So, seeing two armadillos in one day is pretty cool, though. Coming to the head of the Bamberger Trail. From here, it just turns back up towards the cars. It's called the Bauer Trail. So, one last update. We're here. We're going to be going back up to the parking lot. All right, so there's the gate up there. That is the parking lot. So, yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for watching this. It does mean a lot to me. This is something I've wanted to do for quite a while, and I've got the support to allow me to try it, you know, get out here and show you guys the most scenic points in Texas. That's kind of what I'm wanting to do. And I couldn't think of a better place to start than the park that was basically my backyard growing up. So I appreciate y'all coming with me, and hopefully I'll be able to put out a couple more videos for y'all, and have y'all come join me on those too. Really appreciate it.